I know I'm a space wolf, but boy, don't I look pretty in pink? Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, another update on the Space Wolves, and I've been really busy on these guys. I've now completed the pink and also the grey, so I've made great progress. I'm really happy how they're looking. There is still a lot of work to go, but they are starting to certainly take shape now. I've got the bulk of the hard work done. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in and we'll have a quick chat. Okay, so the first guy, the pack leader. Here he is. So yeah, in terms of the pink, I had the base coat of Screamer Pink down, and then I went in with a good few layers of Pink Horror, just built up that colour, and then I blended some Empress Children into the Pink Horror, just to give me the highlights. And really happy how it's looking. I do love the pink on these guys. I think it really adds some dimension to them. And the reason why they're wearing pink, in case you're wondering, is because they've been locked in the Eye of Terror for 10,000 years. These are 13th Company Space Wolves, and they've had to steal Chaos armour to replace their own, as their own armour has been damaged. And yeah, they've been using Empress Children armour, which is why we've got pink armour there, and then some Black Legion armour. Okay, so I've also done the highlights of the grey, and just used one colour, Administratum Grey, and I glazed the grey highlights up on the majority of stuff. Some of it I also did some wet blending, just where I wanted the highlights to be very strong. So I got a different amounts of intense highlights as such, to try and give me the difference of ratios of highlights, if you can understand what I mean. So in other words, I've only used one colour, but I've got a depth of highlights there. So for example, on top of the backpack, I've got some really strong highlights, compared to maybe down here, just where sort of this area, his leg is hidden underneath his arm. I've got a little bit more discreet highlights. I've also added a little bit of extra weathering to this as well, so I've done a few extra chips here and there, you'll notice as I bring the models around. Okay, so let's just run through these. So that's this guy's got quite a lot of grey on him. Again, I've put in some extra chips, did a little bit of hole down there, and got some chips on his arms and stuff. That's his pink leg, looking pretty cool. So that's that guy. And then this one. So it's got a little shoulder pad which has pink. I always like to have at least one pink shoulder pad on each unit. And I'll just see if I can show you the blend here. So we've got nice light pink there, and then as I come round it blends into the darker pink just at the bottom there. So that's him. A few bits of extra chipping and stuff on the grey. I'll obviously be weathering all that up at the end. So it gives me a nice base for the weathering, and also a bit of depth to the weathering as well. Or it's more like battle damage than weathering. Okay, so this guy, get it to focus, there you go. His pink shoulder, knee pad and his foot. And then again I just blended all the grey, glazed the grey. This area at the back here, the top of his legs, these are wet blended, just to give that more intense colour on that area. So that is him. And then the last guy, so he's got mainly grey on the bottom area, not too much pink. There's a little bit of pink on the backpack, just on the top there. Again, added some more weathering and chips, ready for that battle damage at the end. Now this guy's got the head without a helmet on, So what I've done is for the bases, let me just zoom out a little. So for the bases, this base here for example, now these aren't finished, I've just done the wash basically. Sprayed them up, black underneath, grey on the top, and then I've washed it with a black wash, so I've still got a lot more work to do. But the idea is that this guy's got a Space Marine helmet, so I'm going to paint that in the Space Force colours, put that helmetless guy on there so it will look as if he's just taken his helmet off, because he's got battle damaged, and then he's put it on the floor. So that's the idea for that one, and I've got some bits and pieces on all the others. So that's actually got a missile launcher or missile on there. Pretty apt considering these are missile long fangs. So that's that, and then just quickly show you the guns. See if I can get a bit closer. So that's that one. So he's got his pink glove and his elbow pad is grey. That's that one. And then you've got the Space Wolves ones, just there. And then finally the Emperor's Children one. Not much there, just a elbow pad. Okay, so that is what I've been up to. So really happy with that. The next job will be to finish the bases. I want to paint those up, get them out the way, and then in terms of the actual wolves themselves, I'm going to go in and do the fine details. So that will be the guy that's got his head, so I need to do his head. You didn't see that at all because I wasn't zoomed in, but there you go. There's a head there that needs to be done. I need to do the eyes on all the helmets, a few little bits and pieces. The Chaos guns have got those skulls hanging down, like the dead heads, so I've got to paint all those up. So I'll do all those fine details first, and then I'll have to go in and do the edge highlighting of the black. That will be the next stage after that. So, more to come. Oh yeah, I've got to do the freehand and the shoulder pads. Yeah, the list is endless. Yeah, more to come, so keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one.